Hey, what's going on, everybody? I feel like it's been a little while since we just sat down and chatted, and I made another purchase, so um, it's another ramble slash gun reveal for you guys. Oh, I guess I should probably should hide it a little bit before I actually get into it. Um, where to even begin with this one? I mean, like I said, I feel like it's just been a long time since I just sat down and chatted with you guys. And this is one of my favorite styles of making videos and content. So I thought this is what we would do today. I don't know about you guys, but it's already what's the exact what's today? It's already the middle of June, which, to be honest, is pretty crazy to me. I just, like, me personally, like June, July, and August, like what I consider summer at the very least, some of my favorite times of like the whole year. Just being able to go outside, do things, enjoy the heat of the summer. Like, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to me, and I can't believe June's already halfway over. I just feel like, outside of work, I feel like I haven't done anything yet. I mean, and I don't know. It's all crazy to me how fast June is flying by right now. I look forward to it. Next weekend, I'm doing the Formula Drift in New Jersey. One of the few times I get out every year and go and do something. We have our big 4th of July party coming around, where it's fun just to, we have a pool in the backyard, and just have like a bunch of friends and family come around and like barbecue, hamburgers, hot dogs on the grill, play some yard games. Like I said, it's that summer heat. It's beautiful outside. Swim. At night, and then at nighttime you set off a whole mess of fireworks, and just it's a lot of fun. And stuff like that, I feel like you can't really do in like December, like those really cold months. So just me personally, I just really like I said, June, July, August. That sort of like taking you back to when you were in school, and that was considered your summer vacation. But there's those really nice warm months, and it's some of my favorite times of the year. But man, it is just absolutely flying right now, and I really don't know. I guess we can get into what you might have all clicked on the video for at this point. We are unloaded. One of the things, I know I've said this before, but I'll reiterate my point here. One of the things I love about just firearms in general, and just there's a lot of history, a lot of stories. In my case, my local gun shop, he always gets very unique items in, stuff I've never even heard of before sometimes, and definitely some oddball calibers. In my quest to try to get a gun of every caliber out there, I've secured a new one that, it's funny how it works, because I bought the box of ammo for it. He's had this box of ammo sitting on his shelf for probably a year now, and he recently has done a promotion where, over the course of June and July, if you sell him a used firearm, you get the price of the gun, and then you get $100 off of a new gun. So people are coming in with all different types of old used guns, and it's definitely working out in my favor. one of the examples I'll use here is I don't have a 25 ACP, and I would like one, but I just don't know which one to get, and do I get new, do I go used, like, so one of the cool things would be, is one of these days, more than likely eventually, he will get a used 25 ACP in, depending on the condition and everything else like that, I'll probably buy it, and it's not like I feel like some of the fun of it is not me sitting down and saying, I want a 25 ACP gun, and then going online, buying one, shipping it. I feel like that's not the fun of things. I feel like the fun of things would be just showing up one day, and there's a 25 in his shop. Why I'm going on this little side tangent is because of this. I like older wheel guns. This is a 1984, so it's not too old. This is a Harrington and Richardson model 732. So it's just a H&R was recently bought out by Palmetto, but it's definitely just it's a unique older revolver, which I like. It functions beautifully. There's a tiny bit of surface rust on the side that I'm gonna try to get out. They said typically these guns are in horrible shape, and it's really hard to tell, but it's got a little bit of rust on the barrel there. But other than that, it's in fantastic shape. Now you might say, why did you buy something like this? This is just an older revolver, nothing really special about it. And that is because, if I can get it out here, that is because it shoots this guy. Maybe I should just hold it from this angle. Kind of almost looks like just a really enlarged 22, but this is a 32 Smith & Wesson Long, which some people probably haven't even heard of, but that's understandable. It's very unique. Actually, the guy traded in the ammo for 32 Smith & Wesson Long. A very unique caliber. I have not shot this gun quite yet, but whenever we go out next, I will. And this is the box. This box right here has been sitting on his shelf. 32 Smith & Wesson Long. It's been sitting on his shelf for years, or for like a year now. He definitely has a lot of unique calibers, like in ammo-wise, on his shelf, and I feel like slowly chipping away and buying those calibers is what I'd like to do. But again, I've seen this box on his shelf for the last year now. They have 32 Smith & Wesson Long. That's a cool caliber. Like, that sounds cool and everything. But again, I don't want to sit down and go on like Gunbroker and search 32 long and try to find a gun in that caliber. I'd like to just, again, something like this. This is at his shop. A gentleman just literally traded it in earlier that day, and I scooped it up. Like I said, it's in really good shape. Mechanically functions beautifully. Everything about it is, well, don't want to be too loud, but the function of the gun is great, and it's, like I said, very good condition for what it is. So like I said, I'd rather go in there and see a caliber I've never even heard of before on the shelf and buy it that way. That's how I got my 405 Winchester. At the time, I never heard of 405. But like I said, this gun here, I've heard of 32 Smith & Wesson Long because he's had it on his shelf, the box of ammo. But the fact that he just finally had a gun walk in with that in this caliber is pretty cool to me. I find that sort of to be, that's what I like. Is just, again, you just go in there, and that's what I'm waiting for several different calibers, to be honest. Like I said, 25 ACP is my next bet because I just bought 32 ACP. So like I said, whenever a gun comes in there, I feel like it's just like I think it's a Phoenix Arms 25 ACP. It's only like $100 something bucks, but I just feel like that takes away from sort of the joy of like the hunt sort of thing. Like I said, if you told me a year ago, when I first saw this box of MagTech right here, what gun I would buy in 32 Long, I would have had no idea. So the fact that this just appeared, and it's funny because we just went Wednesday night, which typically we go on the weekend, and he's like, yeah, it was literally just traded in earlier that day. My brother just went to the Darius Rucker concert on Friday, so since he wasn't going to be here this weekend, we decided to go Wednesday, and it actually worked out pretty nicely for us. This MagTech, I'll hold it in this hand, is very different. The crimp's at the bottom of the casing, and then the bullet is actually in the case. From what I could tell, what my gunsmith was telling us is that this is like high performance. I guess this is like competition kind of ammo. Don't ask me the logistics behind it or anything, but he said basically this shoots even smoother than just like my regular 32 Long that I have there. It's like I said, it's more like competition, or like, I guess 32 Long has like hardly any recoil. It's apparently a very smooth shooting cartridge. I'm gonna shoot both, or at least I'll shoot a couple rounds out of each box. I have 100 rounds here between the two boxes, but it's just a very unique, different caliber, and this is the sort of thing I love. This gun, he said I guess one of his shop employees priced it wrong, so they only wanted $150 for this thing, and again, it's in beautiful condition. So just a tiny bit of surface rust, which I can live with. So, again, a cheaper revolver, but again, it's an H&R. They don't make Palmetto just bought them out recently, so they're not gonna, obviously they don't make anything like this anymore. So, unique firearm, unique caliber. I love this sort of thing. I don't know how many people out there, I'm assuming 32 Smith & Wesson Long's a dead caliber. I didn't really look too much into it to see if any guns are still making it in that caliber. They're probably not. I did look before I bought it to make sure other companies are still making, like MagTech is obviously still making ammo. There's companies out there still making ammo for it. My problem is, like my 405 Winchester, I've had that gun for a couple months now, and I still cannot get ammo for it. It's supposed to be about $4 a round, and I emailed Hornaday, and they told me months ago, and they told me in May they were going to do a run, but they never got around to it. And, yeah, I guess Hornaday's the only company that really makes them anymore. So, it's supposed to be about $4 a round new. Gunbroker has, like, a couple old slots of, like, some older Hornaday stuff, but they want upwards of $20 a round sometimes, which I'm sure it's a great shooting gun, and it's probably a very fun cartridge, but I'll just wait for them Hornaday to, make some new stuff. And I'll scoop like 100 rounds or whatever, and so I have like a nice little stash going on whenever it does decide to come back. But I would love some 405 Winchester, but again, that's like a really dead cartridge that I'm surprised they are still making ammo for. So I want something like this. It's unique, but at any given time that I walk into any gun store, I'm probably the only one that owns a 32 Smith & Wesson Long. So if there is ammo on the shelves, no one else is buying it but me. So, yeah, like I said, cool caliber. I'm not going to unveil it on today's video. I'm going to wait a little bit. He did have a very large box of, it was about 1,000 rounds of 22 TCM, which I'll show in a future video when I get the gun. Like I said, he had about 1,000 rounds. It was 22 TCM and then 22 TCM 9R, which I'll go into in the future. It's a Rock Island exclusive caliber, and it's adorable. It's like a little tiny 22 bullet with like a big, like almost like a 9mm sized casing. Supposedly it goes really fast but again, it's only got like 22 caliber recoil, so no recoil, super fast cartridge. Supposedly like a loud crack and fireball, but a lot of fun. So I just said, screw it. I just bought up all the ammo. And then he had a rifle in there in 22 TCM, but I feel like it would be more fun out of the 1911, so I'm gonna wait and buy a Rock Island 1911 whenever I get the chance. And then I'll unveil the gun and the ammo to you guys, but I did buy up a whole mess of 22 TCM. That's another random caliber that I didn't know existed until I think last week I first saw he's had the box sitting there and no one's bought it, so I'm like, screw it, I'll just buy it and we'll kind of go from there. Like I said, I can get the gun any day. Might as well just snag up the ammo while it's here. The problem with ammo is it weighs, even 50 rounds here, it's got a good amount of weight to it. So, obviously when you go buy 1,000 rounds of anything, they want to charge you an arm and a leg for shipping. So, like 9mm is about 30 cents right now, but then a lot of places will charge you like $30, $40, even $50 sometimes to ship all that ammo, and sometimes you're better off just buying it from the store if it's there. Because you get 30 cents, even if it's $30 shipping, that's 100 rounds you just lost to shipping. So, like I said, if the ammo was there, I was there. Now I gotta buy another gun, another caliber, but I think realistically what I'm gonna try to do, which again, nothing's realistic about what I want, but I like these older guns, I like unique calibers, I love that sort of thing. I think I'm gonna try to get a handgun, revolver, like handguns. I'm trying to get a handgun in as many calibers as I possibly can. I know my goal of getting one in every caliber is impossible. Like I said, there's dead cartridges, there's some guns would probably be near impossible to obtain. He did have, it was very cool, but he wanted like $9,000 for it. It was an old New Haven volcanic revolver, or I guess it's a revolver, or handgun, or if you played Red Dead Redemption 2, you know about the volcanic pistol. He had one from the 1800s, and it shot like a 32, but the bullet itself had the primer like in it. It's very weird. The ammo completely doesn't exist anymore. There's not even like a company that makes aftermarket ammo for it or anything. There's just absolutely no ammo for it. They don't really recommend shooting a 150-year-old gun. So like I said, there's certain calibers and certain guns that it's impossible. So I'll just try to get like as many guns as I can and as many different calibers as I can. But I got a nice little impressive wall going on of different calibers as it is right now. I'm on the hunt for a 357 SIG. I want like a... I have a lot of wants. Not the money to back it, but I want like a 357 SIG Glock. Because again, he also has 1,000 rounds of 357 SIG sitting in his sitting over at his gun shop right now. Not that I need that many, but like I said, something like this, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna probably shoot these 100 rounds through it. I'll buy some backup ammo, just so I always have some ammo on the shelf for whatever reason. And then I'll occasionally, it's like any gun, anytime we buy a new gun, between me and my brother, we always take it out, like whatever the next shooting trip is. So I'm gonna shoot this, blow through these boxes of ammo, and then whether I take a friend out that wants to shoot, maybe they look at it and they're like, man, I really want to shoot that. Or a year later, a couple months later, whatever it is, I'd be like, hey, that shot really great, I'm going to shoot that again. But something like this will get shot like once or twice a year. Especially since it's in definitely a wonky caliber. I need to buy some more ammo for it. Yeah, I think that's kind of wraps up my gun ramble for today. Like I said, love old guns, love different unique calibers, and definitely got to keep collecting, stuff like this. When I walked in there, I didn't know this was here. I didn't know. Walking into the gun shop on Wednesday, I did not know he was going to have a 32 Smith & Wesson Long gun at all, and I certainly didn't know I was going to walk home with it. But as soon as I saw the thing, I was like, no, that's mine. I'm walking home with that right now. So, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I love showing you guys these unique, different guns. I certainly love collecting them. Like I said, at least I can find 32 Long. It's not like it's not impossible to find. It is out there. But like my 405 Winchester is, ooh. I have 405 Winchester that I need, and I need 7.7 Japanese. The 7.7 Jap, my gun shop has had in the past, but again, it's a very hit or miss if he ever gets them in or not. The 405 Winchester, I've seen rounds on the internet. I've not seen a round in person yet, but it does look like a very long, very fun cartridge. And hopefully one day I'll get to shoot it. But I guess I'll leave the video off there. I guess if you want to see me next weekend, I'm going to be at Formula Drift on Saturday. What is that, the 24th? If you want to see me, I don't care. I'll hang out for a little bit. And I guess hope y'all have a fantastic summer. Hope you have a fantastic day. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.